Welcome back, everybody, for this week's episode of Thunderleaf Games playing Cyberpunk Red. As always, we appreciate you for joining us tonight. And for those of you who have subscribed since last week, thank you. We always appreciate it. And make sure you're following up on those YouTube videos. If you are behind, it's a lot of good stuff. As I'm catching up myself on some of it, we're pretty funny, as it turns out. So enjoy what we're about to give you tonight. Just saying.
Be thankful.
Couple things to thank everybody for. We want to thank Sirenscape for providing our sound in game, as well as Foundry Virtual Tabletop for our virtual tabletop, as it may not surprise you at all. And of course, our Talsorian Games, the creators of Cyberpunk Red, that bring some of our tools we use and the game system itself. I'm Donnie. I normally play Skrull, the medtech, but tonight I am going to be playing Max Fury, the Night City police officer here, as we're going to bring you all a little special episode tonight, segmenting off of last week's episode. But let's throw it around the table here, and we'll all give descriptions of our characters. Why don't we start with Greg? Because he said he actually knew what his character looks like and is going to be.
That's what I get for doing prep, huh? So Ajax McMurray is he's about 6'2". He's a big, stocky guy, and he's seen his years. He's kind of getting up there in years. He's got really short, high and tight salt and pepper hair with tight cut, really well-trimmed beard, and he's always got like a half-smoked cigar sticking out of his mouth. He's pretty buff. The left side of his face is covered in scars, like just mangled. You can't quite tell what happened to him, and his left eye has been replaced with the cybernetic. And yeah, that's Ajax McMurray.
All right, that's great. How about Amy? You want to go next?
Sure thing. So tonight I am playing Molly Nichols, who I'm pretty sure is a detective, and she is pretty slight, very short, 5'0" nothing, but has this very angular, sharp, asymmetrical bob and very angular features to her face, and her hair is mostly white with like black kind of stripes and highlights throughout it. Just very quiet, very serious, but ready to kick some butt at the drop of a hat.
Very cool. Ray, who you bringing tonight?
So I'm going to be playing Alexis Simon, who is a tactical officer with NCPD. I was going to say that she's short, but she's definitely not as short as Molly is. So she's probably about 5'4", and that's like with her tactical boots on. She's also, her makeup is on point, you guys. Every day, doesn't matter what she's going into, she's making sure that lipstick and that eyeshadow is done. She definitely looks like she could be a model, but she wanted to join NCPD instead.
Very cool.
Nice.
And as I said, I'm going to be playing Max Fury, who's the young, up-and-coming, slightly rebellious cop who is out with a vengeance to prove himself, is almost as good-looking as he thinks he is, and definitely knows all the rules his own.
Well, one thing I did forget to mention about Ajax is he's 1 week from retirement.
I feel like that's going to be a recurring theme.
But with that, we're skipping our usual goofy question tonight, since honestly, we really don't know a whole lot about our characters yet, even ourselves. And this is kind of a little special thing, so we're not going to dig too deep. But let's throw it over to Mike, and he can kind of break us into this little segue we're doing, and hopefully you can kind of introduce us to who we are and why we're giving you this story.
All right. So if we remember from last time, our crew had interrupted an event at a bank. There was some cyber psychos going on, which seems to have been cover for some sort of extraction team. As the crew chased the last of the corporate crew out, they had managed to get away in a kind of an armored van, if you will, as the NCPD backup took chase of that van and that fleeing extraction team. And that is where we woke up with these 4 officers chasing down this fleeing van. Could I have Ajax, Max, and Molly give me some drive rolls, please?
First, look at my skills. This is great.
Right? I have no idea what this guy can do. I love it.
So our wonderful game master did create these characters for us, so we're just gonna roll right into them. And Max drives like he talks perfectly well with a 17.
I got 11.
Ajax is coming in with a 14.
Don't worry, team. Follow Max. I know where I'm going.
All right. As the rain is coming down, we've got our little chase scene set up here as we've kind of got our driving area kind of roughly in these lanes going across here. Kind of extracting out that each one of these squares is going to be a different range bracket as opposed to an actual kind of measured distance. So it's a little bit abstract, but kind of just a way to keep track of where everybody is. And let's jump into our initiative.
We're rolling initiative. So anybody new viewing tonight? Cyberpunk, we roll D10s versus the D20s in most people's favorite RPG system. Criticals, as Ajax just like to demonstrate, are when you roll a 10, you then roll a second dice and add that total. Fortunately, nobody's showing us what a critical fail looks like, which is pretty much just the opposite. Roll a 1 and subtract us a D10.
All right. So what did Molly get?
13.
13. How about Max?
Max is a 9.
9. Ajax.
Ajax with that crit also got a 13.
And Alexis.
7.
7. All right. Let's jump out to it. So first up, we've got one of our kind of corporate team here. From the back of this armored van, the door opens, and there is black suit, nondescript, kind of black mask, black goggles, very nondescript, right? But definitely, trained of some sort. Pulls out what appears to be this long plastic tube over his shoulder and kind of takes aim at Max, being the closest officer here.
Not Max.
And
you can't touch this.
He is going to press a button on this tube as a rocket flies out.
That is illegal technology in Night City. You're gonna pay.
As this rocket fires, impacting the road quite a distance in front of you, as some of the asphalt blows and explode up. Can I have one more drive for Max to avoid this recent surprise explosion in front of you?
13
It was
for Max.
It was a good enough distance in front as you can kind of manage to maneuver the bike around this.
That's why they call me a knee scraper on this bike.
All right. Our driver is going to make his drive roll. And kind of slows down a little. Kind of keeping pace. Molly, you are up. You can keep on at speed where you are. You can try to close that distance a little bit. You could take a shot. What is something else that you can think of? What's the plan?
As soon as I see that back door pop open a little bit, I am going to try to take a shot.
All right.
Got my pistol here. This is fun. I don't use firearms, but I'm like, I don't know where the button is. Handgun. No, heavy weapon. It's a heavy pistol, so it's heavy weapon?
No, it's all handgun.
All handgun. Okay, great.
Yep.
I've played this game before. Fine. 17.
He's pretty good distance in front as that shot goes wide.
Ugh. I just try to look intimidating as I fail.
All right, Ajax, what's the plan in the squad car?
Ajax is going to he's going to rev the engine up a little bit, and he is going to try and catch up to this car in front of him, and he wants to try and pit maneuver him. And he'll look over at Alexis. Y'all better hold on. It's about to get a little bumpy in here.
Alexis is gonna seatbelt him.
That's a 20.
All right, with that, we can give you a bit of a jump forward. Still not quite within pit maneuver range, but you are definitely shooting ahead and closing down that distance pretty tight.
Was that his whole turn, or does he still have something else he can do? I'm not sure. It's our first chase in a while.
I think that counts as
Okay,
an action.
Cool. Then yeah, that's Ajax's go.
All right. The guy is going to lean out with his assault rifle, and he is going to take a shot at this squad car that is fleeing at him, rapidly approaching. That is going to be... you can kind of see just this burst of full auto fire sprays across the street, barely grazing the cop car as he fires wide. Max
is not going to be outdone by some stupid car. He revs that motorcycle up, and he's probably going to get in the way, but he's going to get in front of him. That's the goal, at least.
All right, let's hit that drive.
Nope, not as fast a driver as Ajax. That's a 14 for Max.
You might
I
be
thought you were supposed to get slower, old man.
you might be all flash and show, but old age and guile beats young age and looks every day.
It was the wheelie. That's what slowed me down.
Oh, Ajax is super jealous. Like, damn, that kid's cool.
More style than drive. But you look good.
Yeah, that's what's important.
It really is what's important.
All right, Alexis.
Alexis is gonna try to shoot a tire out. She's probably still way too far away, but she's gonna make a go of it.
All right, cool. Are you going? So you're gonna aim at the tire?
Yeah.
All right. What are you firing?
Heavy pistol. So that was a 6 with the little aim button clicked.
Goes wide.
Yeah. She's like, shit. And she knows she's not going to hit it, so she's actually going to just put her hands back in and then pull the visor mirror down and then make sure her lipstick is on point still.
That is a 2 rate of fire gun if you wanted to shoot again.
Yeah. No, she's going to miss.
All right.
Ajax is just gonna look at you and raise an eyebrow.
What? You got to make sure you look good.
I mean, I always look good, but in the middle of a chase?
Yeah.
If you say so. Youngsters, I
It's
ain't ever
important.
gonna get you youngsters.
This is going to make the hollow. Like, we need to look good.
Look better if we actually catch these sumbitches.
We'll get them. We'll get them. We always
You
get
ain't
them.
wrong there.
They don't film bodies anyways.
As out of the passenger window of this van, one of the operatives leans out with his assault rifle, full auto fire again, spraying the car, and hits into it. Or that is times 4. So that is 40 damage as the front of this squad car just gets tore up on auto fire.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh no.
Smoke starts to pour from the front of it.
Guys, your car is bleeding.
Yeah.
I think it probably
Yeah.
is. Like, there's oil and coolant
Oh
just
yeah.
everywhere.
This is a bad scene for this car.
Can someone roll a d10 for me?
Not it.
Oh,
I
shoot.
feel like the driver of the car's got to roll it,
Yeah,
right?
I'll roll it. I'll roll it. I'll give you a D10. Right down the middle, a 5.
All right. After this burst of fire, the car makes a sharp right-hand turn down an alley here. Can everybody give me a drive to stay on track with it?
Oh no.
Max Fury wrecked the bike.
I'm bad. Yeah. An 11.
Ajax didn't do much better with a 12. Well, what did Max get, Donnie?
That would be a 1.
I know what
One
Mike does
minus
on
9.
1 driving rolls.
Yep.
Cool.
So,
I get to watch the rest of the episode.
This car whips this sharp turn and manages to pull ahead a little bit as the squad car struggles and kind of blows right past the turn. Molly following suit, and there's Max in the middle, trying to make this turn and wipes out. That is going to be 20 damage as you come sliding to
Oh,
a
man.
halt down the sidewalk.
Does that go straight to HP or does armor?
You can armor soak that.
Okay, so it'll be 5 hit points. It's fine. I've taken worse eating breakfast.
All right.
I am not as cool as Max. Just chill, all right?
It's hard to roleplay a character cooler than you.
As this
I'm
van
just
has
imagining him eating glass for breakfast.
That was
Right?
my thought.
as the van has, as you drive by, Molly, you see that van has taken that sharp turn down the alley. What are you doing?
I'm just doubling down and going to try to follow it.
All right, so you're gonna whip back and
Yeah.
head down. All right, cool. Let's see a drive.
18.
All right. Yeah, so you can kind of whip back and manage to get back around, and you can see up ahead that van still barreling down.
And Molly is very much like the backup character in the video game where you just hear random call-outs like, watch your six, medic. Like, just, that's really all the kind of stuff that she says. So she's just like, I'm going down the alley. Someone cut him off on North 15th. And just kind of barking little directions and telling everyone else to go around.
All right. Ajax, what are we up to?
With Molly kind of barking, go around and stuff, could I roll a streetwise to see if I know a good route to cut off this alley?
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll give you a +1 because Molly's calling out some directions.
All right, cool. So that is a 17 with the +1.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, if you kind of take this down a little bit and jump down the next alley, you should be able to kind of intercept. You know, the city's laid out like a grid, right? So it's straightforward.
All right, so his car is, it's not doing too well, but he is going to push it. He wants to get to the end of this alley as fast as he can to try and cut him off.
All right.
That's an 11.
Yeah, that car's kind of shuddering, kind of slowing down a little bit. But you're kind of still haven't seen him, but you're parallel, so you expect, you know, to be able to see him if he were to make this turn.
All right, so he's definitely...
So you're kind of parallel on different alleys.
Yeah, that's exactly... He's going to stay parallel then. It's that scene where, you know, they're ripping past all the parallel alleys and you can see through them and stuff. That's kind of how I'm picturing this.
Some people diving out of the way in the alley.
Absolutely.
Someone's obviously got a crate of fruit you're driving through.
Yeah.
Not my
Why are there always
cabbages.
Cardboard boxes everywhere.
All right, Max.
Max is going to coolly drag himself up off the pavement. Yeah, wipe a little blood off the mouth. And bike savable, or is it just garbage now?
The bike is looking rough, but it's still definitely drivable.
Yep. Then
You're gonna have a
back
lot
on
of
the bike. I go, and I'll head off down the alley, chasing, trying to catch up.
All right, yeah, let's have a drive. It's gonna be one hell of a report to file.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much for that retirement. You ran over your fellow officer there, Ajax.
Prove it.
Definitely wasn't me wiping out. It's a 15 for Max.
Yeah, and you can kind of get back on track. You can kind of see Molly just ahead of you. Then this van up in the distance. No sign of the squad car, but... All right, Alexis, anything you're trying to do while you're catching up?
Got no targets. I am not in control of the vehicle, so I mean, can't you go faster?
She's all fucked up, man. I'm going as fast as I can. Why don't you radio in and see if they can shut down the entire traffic grid? Just red lights through this whole section except where we're going. Maybe that'll help us get to these son of bitches.
All right, so I'm gonna get on radio, and I'm gonna say that we need probably like a 4-block radius, like just cut off.
All right. Just to see how quick they respond, how about a persuasion or a criminology, a bureaucracy, something like that, if you want to try to lawyer them into getting on us quick.
How's a 21?
Fantastic. Absolutely, officer. We'll get our cyber team on that right now.
That guy has a huge crush on you.
I was about to say, Alexis,
anything you say.
she wants.
She absolutely knows, and now she's doing her eye makeup. She's like, I know.
Yeah, Ajax is just shaking his head. It works.
Hopscotch approves of this behavior.
All right, Molly. A bit far still, but the van is still coming up ahead.
Doubling down again, trying to catch up as best as I can.
All right, let's have that drive.
A whole 11.
All right, catching up a bit.
Mike
And I'm
clearly
still
took
just
vengeance
yelling
on you
out
for being too good at
directions.
hopscotch.
It's weird going from full PCs to like beat cops.
Yeah. So I'm still like, we're headed eastbound. We're in the same alley. We're coming up between Wadsworth and East Monroe Street.
All right.
3 of us
Ajax.
totally know where that street is.
Hurry the fuck up!
Yeah, I'm down there all the time. It's a good noodle shop.
Whose turn is it?
Ajax.
All right, so he's still kind of catching glimpses of the truck through the other alleys. He's just going to have ground vehicle tech, land vehicle tech now. He's just gonna keep trying to make this squad car go. Oh no, that's a 9. Can I spend 2 luck?
Yes, you can.
All right, so that is now an 11.
Kind of gaining a little bit. Watching the cars kind of zip down. Just always slightly ahead.
I got to imagine this thing is just spewing black smoke at this point.
Absolutely. Max.
So is the armored van still in this same alley, or have they turned off the
Yeah,
street yet?
it is still barreling down this kind of narrow street.
Okay. Do I see any kind of way to get an advantage on them or make up some ground, or is it just pretty much pedal to the metal?
If you want to take a guess on a direction they'd go, you could kind of start heading them off, down the main streets, or you can give
Streetwise, or
you can do
local
streetwise or
expert?
deduction, or yeah, streetwise will work.
Okay. And where's it? Go with the rolls here. Oh, I'm not gonna have any idea. 7. Straight ahead. Max only knows one way to do it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you're moving pretty quick. Got some bruised ego.
'Those
16
younger
to stay on my
generations,
bike,
they don't
though.
teach them to read maps anymore, so poor thing just doesn't
Yeah,
know.
he's waiting for the turn left now.
Yeah, definitely catching up. Kind of gunning down. Kind of neck and neck with Molly, maybe edging a little bit ahead. Alexis, yeah, occasionally you can kind of glimpse them in the gaps between, buildings. So if you would like to attempt a shot, it's there. You may hit bystanders, but
This sounds like a terrible idea. Yeah. No.
but yeah.
I'm gonna reload my heavy pistol and look at Ajax and just be like, "Come on, just a little
I mean,
faster."
you can see the smoke coming up out of the engine, right?
Yeah, I see
my
the smoke,
it's
but,
all the way the
go.
fuck down. I'm going as fast as this thing will go.
Oh my god, fucking old man.
Yeah, you think you can do any better? You feel free to hop in here.
Well, then we'd have to stop and do a fire drill, and that's just gonna waste more time. Just go.
Fucking kids.
As the van abruptly makes a right turn or left turn, as the squad car heading down starts to see this van edge out into their lane. Molly, as this van is turning, are you? What's the plan?
I'm in pursuit.
All right, let's see that drive.
Hopefully. I'm hopefully in pursuit. Hey, 14.
All right,
As good as I can do.
jumping past Max's bike now. Staying on track with this thing as it starts to make its turn. Do another little bump there. Ajax. So it looks like it's probably 50 kind of meters in front of you.
Is he trying to cross in front of me, or is he kind of...
He's crossing in front of you.
Do it.
Yeah.
She's just gonna look at it.
Yeah,
Just do it.
He's gonna look at her, kind of tip his hat down, look forward, and ramming speed, baby.
All right. Let's see a drive.
13.
As you kind of barrel down at this, you kind of clip the back of it as it goes through. Can I have 66, please?
A 17 hit you.
Not bad. All right. So that's going to give a bit to your car. It's going to take some on their car.
Yeah, if one of you
and-
sneezes in that car, it's gonna
Yeah.
implode.
Is there still a driver's
You're in
side
trouble.
door on this car? Genuine question.
Yeah, I mean the side. Well, yeah. Now the front of this thing is just tore up. The windshield is cracked. Black smoke is billowing from it. Doors are kind of popped open.
Is the
It is.
van stopped, or is it still going?
Unfortunately, you just kind of hit the back of it as it fishtails,
Okay.
but does manage to keep up. It is slowed.
Okay. Then he is going to, he's just going to kind of punch out the rest of the windshield that's there and keep driving after this thing.
All right. So I also need the two to. Let's see. You guys are gonna take 8 damage to your HP and gain whiplash.
Oh, no.
Just direct damage.
Just direct damage.
Okay.
Guy in the back is going to take a shot over at Molly on the motorcycle with his assault rifle.
I'm real small. It's a hard target.
It is a hard target.
There's a penalty. It's just so tiny.
It's just a little thing.
Yeah. Or you can barely see over the handlebars in the back. It's, you know.
Yeah. Whizzing right over her head where a normal-sized rider would be. This volley of bullets.
Now, is it a full-size motorcycle, or is it like one of those little ones that can...
Yeah, a little
It is
49cc.
Yeah.
It's a powder blue Vespa.
Yeah, as this van is slowing down in front of you, Max, it's about 100 yards ahead. What is the plan?
Gonna get on the radio and be like, well, so much for that retirement. You're gonna have to pay for that car you're wrecking up there, Ajax. And yeah, I'm just gonna... Can I, like, recklessly, like, floor this down the rest of the alley to catch up?
Absolutely. Just don't crash. So how about a drive?
Oh my gosh. 11.
All right, yeah. You know, but between this thing slowing down and the squad car, you are kind of right behind them in line Bike's shaking a little bit, popping out bits of smoke a bit more erratically. But there's a little caravan of Max, the squad car, and this van.
Don't worry, Ajax. Max is on the scene.
I wasn't worried.
Alexis, back of the van is open right in front of you with two guys standing there, both holding assault rifles at this point. One guy's got another tube slung over his back.
She's gonna wink at them and then fire her heavy pistol.
Awesome. Let's do it.
It'd be a 17.
That's gonna hit. Rolling on the right or the left.
One on the left.
All right. Now let's have some damage.
Aw, 11 damage.
All right.
And then same thing.
Oh.
Oh no,
Oh.
the gun is jammed.
One.
But that first shot does get through as the gun jams.
Honestly, though, the womp womp music kind of makes it less sad. Like I hear it and I'm just like, okay.
This guy is going to take a shot, being as that Alexis is right in front of him. He's going to take a shot with his assault rifle. That is unfortunately going to be a hit. Or that is going to be 20 damage. But you can soak that with the armor.
I can, so my shield's gone. But then I'm okay.
All right. Other guy in the back is going to take a shot back at Max on the motorcycle.
Can't touch this. Max is moving too fast.
It's hard to hit someone with speed wobbles.
Apparently, it very much is, as he fires wide.
Hard to drive with speed
Also
bumps.
very true.
It is. So let's see how this guy can manage to keep this thing driving. Not great. Not great. So as he kind of tries to struggle with this thing, kind of spinning a little bit and getting rammed again from behind, veers off and kind of sideswipes some parked cars, and we'll take some more damage on this van. Ollie, pretty close. You're about 50 yards behind this thing.
Just going as fast as I can. I do want to try to take another shot at them in the back there.
All right. Let's see.
19.
That will hit. The guy on the right or the
Hey.
left?
The right.
All right. Let's see some damage.
That'll be an 11.
All right. As that bullet kind of hits and sinks through the armor a little bit of blood I believe that's got a second shot if you'd like, being a heavy pistol.
Hello. Not so much. 14.
Not quite. Unless you'd like to dump some luck into it.
I feel like I'm gonna need that in a little bit. I feel like
That's
I should
fair.
just save it for a special moment.
As the bullet ricochets around the inside of this van. Ajax.
So
Right bumper to bumper with this
we're
car.
bumper to bumper. He's got to keep driving though. Like it's still the truck is moving.
Yeah, the van is still moving.
I think he wants to put it in cruise control. He already ripped the window out of this thing. We're bumper to bumper. He's gonna put it in cruise control.
I love it.
Look over at Alexis and say, "Hey, take the wheel and watch this." And he's just gonna jump out and try and tackle the dude on the right.
I love this plan so much.
That's a bad sign.
Yeah.
All right, let's do some athletics first to get out of this.
All right, athletics. Not too bad. That's a 14.
Oh yeah, old man's got it.
Might be old, but he's spry.
He does Pilates.
Definitely does Pilates.
It looks a lot smoother in your head than it does in reality. It's a lot more shaky than he will tell his buddies at the bar should he survive this madness.
Absolutely.
And let's have a brawl to tackle them. Go for the guy on the right or the left.
The one on the
Right in front of you.
Yeah, the one on the left. So the guy in front of me.
Yeah.
My left.
Yeah.
Brawl, you said?
Yep.
That's a 9.
I thought you had old man strength.
He does, hence the 9.
Yeah, exactly.
As you jump in, as this guy kind of sidesteps, and you go just sliding into the van. Whoosh. So, Alexis.
Mm-hmm.
Let's.
I'm not supposed to drive. I don't have a license.
Really?
Well-
That's your concern right now?
We will wait for your turn for that. We will come back to what happens to this car. So, as you kind of dive in, as this guy sidesteps your dive and you slide in, he's going to kick at you while you are kind of down there. So if you can give me a brawl or an evasion, your choice.
Brawl. Seems Ajax is a brawler, not an evader. It's a 7.
That is a 12 on this guy, as he is going to kick into you for
Oh,
not a good.
armor. Okay, that's when rolls are all crap. How much damage?
It is going to be 9.
Ignores half of my armor because it's melee, right?
Actually, this is just a kick, and apparently that does not ignore
okay,
half
cool.
armor.
Then it doesn't get through.
So apparently you need to know Kung Fu to get through. All right, Max, there you just see Ajax leap from the car that you were following.
Max does not want to be overseen here. He's going to try and catch up to the back of the cop car, and then he's going to try and run over the top and dive in after Ajax.
I love it. Let's do it. You guys are amazing. Athletics, let's go.
That's a 4. Max is getting run over.
By his own bike.
As you kind of get off the bike and start to run on the top of this cop car. It's raining. It is slick. And just right down on the hood, or on the roof of this car, clinging onto that light bar, is Max.
I'm halfway there.
We'll call that your move action if you would like a.
Yeah, I feel like, to be honest, I deserve to just desperately cling on here at this point.
All right, Alexis, as Ajax dives out of the where the windshield used to be, you hear a thunk on the roof. What are you doing in the passenger seat?
Desperately grabbing the wheel.
Desperately grabbing the wheel. Let's have a let's do a drive, and let's take a -4 on that.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 3 with the penalty.
All right, let's roll a d10 and say that in this ensuing car accident, the van is involved if you roll under a 5.
4.
All right, the van is involved. Can I have 66 damage for this ensuing disaster that is gonna happen? As Molly is witness to this.
12. Really
no,
not a lot of damage.
Bad for 66.
It's more of a fender bender, really. All things considered.
As your cop car kind of whacks into this van at just enough of an angle to kind of spin both as you careen through the sidewalk into the corner of some building, taking 12 damage for you and good old Max on the roof, who kind of...
12 direct damage?
No, I think your armor can take some of that.
Okay, good. This is like, I'm out of the equation, probably. No, if it's to armor, then I'm fine.
Yeah, as Max kind of goes flying through a windshield of a small clothing store, also taking 12 damage.
Blatant that armor.
Inside the van, as that wrecks and everyone takes 12 damage.
Ajax gets bounced around because that doesn't get over his armor.
Thank God for flak armor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ajax would be toast without that.
All right. That was quite a mess, and we're still not done with the consequences as Molly sees this horrific accident spinning out in front of her. As the passenger is going to go and try to take a shot at Ajax rolling around in the back, but it's going to be pretty rough being in the close quarters, being in the bouncing car. And we'll just fire wildly into the floor of this van. This guy is going to kick over at Ajax, if I can have another brawl.
It's an 8.
As you kind of soak this kick and kind of roll with it, doing no damage. As the driver gets out and starts to flee from the scene, Molly, what are we doing with this disaster of an accident in front of you? As the driver starts to run from the scene.
I want to try and run over the driver.
Love it.
I feel like that's against protocol. It's not.
That'll be left out of the report. It's fine.
Like Max, she makes her own rules.
I don't think Ajax diving through the windshield of a moving vehicle is in protocol either.
All right, let's see that drive.
10.
Well, you can manage to avoid this disaster in front of you as you kind of squeak by as the car's still spinning. Squeak through, and we'll say you can just about clip the guy as you blow right past him. As he manages to avoid it just the last second.
Okay. Is that an action or move? To get to the micro?
We'll call it a move.
I would like to try and shoot him as I scoot right next to him there.
All right, yeah.
$16?
That's gonna hit.
Hey. $15 damage.
Nice roll.
Nice.
Pretty
Nice.
good.
All right, and that was one shot, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
As you kind of pull up alongside this guy and just shoot him casually as you drive right by.
It's no problem.
NCPD.
I could do it again.
Yeah, let's see it.
That would be a 26. He no longer has a leg.
Absolutely. Let's see some damage.
$12.
And what does it look like as his leg comes flying off?
You know, it's remarkably clean. It's just like a perfect little leg just hanging out on the sidewalk now.
Awesome. All right. And let's just, as he falls to the ground, missing a leg.
Got the driver, guys. Get it together back there. Seriously, what the fuck are you doing?
As Molly is now over here next to these guys. Let's kind of position you guys in where you would be. All right, so Ajax surrounded by two guys in a wrecked van in the back with one guy in the passenger seat. What are you up
So
to?
I think he wants to reach up and try and grab like both of their belt buckles and just pull them into each other and smash their heads into each other.
Awesome. All right, yeah, let's see a brawl.
All right. 6.
So one of the guys manages to just get out of the way, but that guy up here you do manage to get a hold of.
All right, so I think with the guy he's got a hold of, he's gonna kind of keep hold of the belt buckle and just try and pop his knee backwards.
Oh, nice. All right, yeah, let's see some damage. Based on the body.
1d6.
Yep.
Damage. That's 3 damage.
All right. And then we are gonna, as you kind of pull him forward and hit him in the knee, you definitely hear kind of a bit of a slight crack. Not quite broken, but something definitely popped in there.
And then he's gonna kind of look around. He's still surrounded. He's not fighting fair. He's got this guy by the belt. He's gonna take his hand again, and Monkey grabs the peach.
Is that a kung fu move?
Yeah. That's an 8.
That is a 7.
It's another D6. That is 3 points of peach damage.
And we're just going to take that straight to the HP.
That wasn't high pitched enough.
Yeah, fair. I can't pitch it up.
As he is going to blindly fire his assault rifle down at
That's
you.
fair.
Oh.
So that's going to have to beat a 22 as he rolls an 18.
Whew.
Just tracing your outline as he's just wildly at the floor. Max, having just flown through a plate glass window.
Max comes stumbling back through the window, and he's got like a woman's bra wrapped around his neck and a dress on one arm, and pulls out the pistol, not caring, and he sees. Can he see any of these people?
Yeah, so you can see Molly with a guy on the ground missing a leg, and you can see into the open van. Ajax struggling with 2 guys.
I think Ajax is down on the ground, prone. That's clear enough shot for Max. He's gonna give a shot in there.
Are you shooting at the guy who he's got clutched by the crotch, or the other guy?
I'll go with the other guy.
All right.
I hope Ajax ducks well.
That shot is gonna go wide, unfortunately.
And is it one shot with a very heavy pistol?
It is one shot with a very heavy.
Okay, you see that now. And that would be Max's turn. I guess if I have any... I feel like crawling out of the shop with enough movement.
Carefully getting through that plate glass window. Alexis, inside of the crashed squad car.
Definitely gonna crawl my way out of said vehicle, which is just smoke billowing.
There's so much smoke.
All sorts of fluids and glass just everywhere. But she's gonna crawl out, kind of like dust herself off a little bit, and then pull out her shotgun. And she sees this guy being grabbed by the crotch, and she's like, "All right," and she's just gonna shoot that one.
All right. Beat a 13.
No,
So much for
11.
Ajax's one good hit.
Right?
All right. Shot fires ringing through the back of the van. Passenger is going to jump out, kind of peeking around the van, and will take a shot over at Molly, having cleaved his friend's leg. His dots go wide, lighting up the even, tearing into the cruiser next to it even worse. Guy not on the ground is going to take a shot at Alexis being closest. His full auto sprays through the area. Most of the metal of the cop car taking most of the bullets. The guy with one leg is going to try to crawl back and take a shot at Molly on the bike. Should have used something besides assault rifles. For a miss as the shots go wide of the building behind you. And that brings up Molly.
I'm going to get off of my bike and just walk over and stand over him and just like kick him in the side a little bit and be like, give me that, you freaking idiot. And I'm going to disarm and then tie him up just to make sure he's staying put.
All right, give me a brawl. As he's resisting arrest here.
How resistant could he be? I have 15.
14, thanks to the bleeding and the wounding. So you do manage to restrain him. As Hopscotch bleeds over.
And I
Restrained.
took his weapon. He's just a sad little puddle now.
All right. Ajax with a handful of crotch. What's the plan?
He is going to he's going to reach down to his belt and pull out his stun baton and just keep working on this guy's midsection.
All right, let's have a brawl here.
That's a 2. I think he probably fumbles at getting it out of the thing on his belt because of the.
He's doing it
and
one-handed.
He's got all this thick armor on. He's going to say, screw that, and he's just going to try and punch the guy.
Cool. If you, since you've kind of got him by the crotch, if you'd like to just keep squeezing, you can just apply damage.
Okay, yeah,
or you
then
can
he'll
try to
just do
punch.
that. He'll just, squeeze and twist a little bit.
Yeah, so let's have the 1d6 again.
3 more points.
Very consistent.
Yeah.
You got to work on that grip strength.
Yeah, I think he's just kind of like crushing this guy's nuts as he's reaching for his stun baton.
As he is just going to fire down wildly yet again. Can't even see straight. Some of the shots are going up. It is just nowhere near. He's just firing into the air as the assault rifle dry. Max.
Max is gonna keep running forward and try to get in this fight because it's up to Max to finish this. He's just gonna kind of try and run to the back of the truck. How close to the back of the truck can I get?
You could probably get up to the. You can probably get up to the truck if you'd like.
Yeah, if I can get to the into the truck, I'm going in the truck. If I can't, then I'll get as close as I can.
Yeah. If you want to get in, yeah, you can get in.
Yeah, if I can get in, I'm going in and fighting with Ajax here. Not fighting Ajax, but
Yeah, stop it!
He's on the payroll.
And whichever one that Ajax does not have a hold of.
That's the one he's got, so it's the one down here.
Max is going for the other. Brawl. A 9. Should have left my armor behind.
That is a crit fail.
All right.
As he kind of stumbles into the blow. So that is probably going to be 1d6.
Or 2.
All right.
Now that I've got him, I'll punch him again.
All right. Roll.
Poorly.
And that is an 8.
Yep, that didn't do it.
As he manages to kind of block your next swing. Not with his face this time. Alexis.
She is going to
Bunch of fist fighting.
try to walk.
And a guy kind of peering
Yeah,
around the side.
She's not getting the van. There's too many people in the van. That's a no-go. She doesn't want to shoot into it. So she's gonna try to like walk this guy down.
Okay.
She's gonna get within like optimal shotgun range if she can, and try to shoot him.
All right. Optimal shotgun range would be closest. So yeah, you can.
Yep.
Come up to him.
Just barrel in the chest. Jesus Christ, 11 again.
He does manage to evade the shotgun barrel, pushes it away at the last second.
Mm-hmm. And then she's gonna be like, sorry.
Sorry.
He is going to kind of swing the assault rifle and kind of try to hit you with the butt of it. So if you'd like to evade or brawl.
Brawl.
Oh.
Oh my god.
We are handling
That's
this
gonna be
entirely wrong.
a 0.
No one said NCPD was competent.
That is going to be 7 damage as he cracks into you with the back of his rifle.
Is that direct?
No, it's through armor.
Okay.
Did somebody
So if you got
call
more
in
than
the
7?
cavalry?
No!
Because we could use her
Watch
right
the
now.
face.
The guy swinging with Max is going to take a swing. So Max, if I can have some brawl.
Yep. 8.
All right. As he manages to land a blow, that is going to be 4 whole damage. So that, I assume, does not get through your armor.
Nope. My much ablated armor.
That guy is restrained. So, Molly, as you start to hear some police sirens approaching, what are you doing? You got some fist fighting going on in the van. You hear some gunshots on the other side.
This guy's just useless now. So I want to hop back on my bike and just try to go around to the other side towards where Alexis is and flank that guy. Get in on that action.
Just significant amounts of blood pouring out of this guy's leg from the lost limb in the rain. And not being able to put pressure on it.
Sorry, that pollution water is going to keep it clean. It's fine. A little acid rain to cauterize the wound. You are
It's
fine.
blood rain, right? It's
Yeah.
replace what comes out.
Yeah.
All right. So what is Molly doing?
Hopping on the bike and scooting around to the other side of the van to that other guy.
Okay, yeah. You could even, if you wanted to, you could even run over there to the other side of the van.
Excellent.
And you'd be all right. You want to come around the front of the van, or you want to come around the back?
I'm gonna go around the front because I'm gonna try to flank, so that would put me around the front
yeah.
and then behind this guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
I'll run up and then I will take a shot.
All right. Just a roll of 1. Ideally beat a 15.
15.
For one luck, you can hit him.
I definitely said, you know what, Mike? I'd love to use 1 luck right now. Yep.
All right,
part of it.
let's see some damage.
See? I was saving it. 10 damage.
All right, that kind of chinks off a good piece of his armor as blood starts to come out. I believe you have a second shot.
Yes.
Nice.
Nice.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see some damage.
11.
All right. How would you like to do it?
I'm just gonna casually saunter behind and then just like peek around and wink at Alexis and just like shoot out the backs of both knees.
As he drops to the ground.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
Ajax.
Should we even bother with the guy's van?
We're big,
They're
strong
fine,
men. We
right?
got this. Because we both slap fight. with
Like, you
these
want to
two.
just like go get lunch? Like,
Yeah.
they're
Grab
fine, right?
something. Yeah.
All right, Ajax with again fistful of crotch.
Yeah.
What's the plan?
He is just going to squeeze and twist again. Oh, there we go. 5.
Mm.
Except you rolled a D. Oh, because you already have the. Never mind.
Yeah. All right.
A slow death by crotch squeezing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Way to go.
Yeah, no.
I cannot wait to read that report, though.
Right?
Your final case before retirement.
Squeeze
Like, on the
the life
case in big
out of a
letters,
man.
it'll be like,
Grabbed onto his genitals and
Congratulations.
squeezed and
Yeah.
tugged and squeezed and tugged.
Ajax fanfic coming at you.
That comes at the end of the rolls.
Yeah. That's how we know we've made it. Is when there's Ajax fanfic.
All right. What? That's one.
Is homeboy still up?
Unarmed attack. Yeah, he's still
Well,
up.
then, I mean, I think,
Increasingly panicked.
yeah,
Breathing harder.
there's 2. He's getting close to dying a little bit here. It's 2 more points of damage.
As he frantically thrashes about and then
I think as
collapses to the
oh,
ground.
nice, yeah. As this guy kind of goes limp, Ajax will drop him and stand up.
As he passes out from pain, failing his resist torture drugs.
And yeah, he's just gonna lock eyes with this dude that's slap fighting with Max.
Max looks
As-
away.
Max is up.
Max is gonna kind of like push a little back from this guy, and he's gonna try and get a shot off with his heavy pistol.
All right.
See how futilely he is slapboxed with this guy.
A 13, sir.
15.
Hey.
That'll do it.
Two 1s and 2 3s for
Ooh.
8 damage.
Yeah, as that kind of wings his shoulder a bit as he takes that damage. Alexis, as the guy you were fighting, falls to the ground with his knees shot out, much like
You guys
RoboCop.
good? We were gonna grab lunch. Are you good?
I'm good. I could go for a bite. I think we got this just about wrapped up. I mean,
Ajax totally finished this guy off.
oh yeah, he should have seen me, man. I was down on the ground. He was up above me. I just reached up there and finished him off.
I mean, phrasing.
What about
okay. She's gonna. I'm gonna try to shoot this last guy with my shotgun.
All right.
Because they're not in the line. Because I've been rolling so poorly.
Beat a 13.
Let's just see. Yeah. 12. 2 luck.
All right. That's a hit. Let's see some damage.
Oh,
20.
How would you like to do it?
His head blows off, covering just everybody in the van, even the unconscious guy. It's just splattered in brains and blood.
There's so much blood. It's everywhere.
Ajax is gonna take.
Did you want to do like pitas or?
I wasn't finished with this. You owe me a cigar, Alexis.
That's fair. It's your
You gotta
yeah.
toss
That's
it
fair.
down.
I think
pull out
that's
another.
literal overkill. Just saying.
And that
But also
is
pitas.
combat.
Look at that. We didn't
As-
even need to call the cavalry.
You guys heard about her? She's so cool.
I've heard
I think
rumors.
that's her.
She sounds pretty badass.
Oh. Yeah. I like her.
Me too. She's awesome.
Max is gonna
We-
crawl out of the back of the van, not looking Ajax in the eye.
Ajax totally unfazed by the whole thing. I heard y'all talking about like pitas or something. Yeah, I could go for lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a actually right next to the place that Max
Oh,
went through.
yeah.
Max is like wiping himself off with the bra that he had on him. Like,
Yeah, let's go in there.
I don't know if it's a Ray question or a Mike question, but would we know about like the safe deposit box? Would we know what we're like actively looking for now in this van? Maybe.
The initial call would have been, suspects fleeing the scene. So the investigation is probably not done yet. So you would just know that, these guys were fleeing and to stop them.
No, they're dead.
Now they're dead.
Well, only 2, probably 3. You left that guy just bleeding in the street. I mean, savage,
Well, he
but
should have run from NCPD. He knows that's the sort of shit we do. At least he should. I mean, you're gonna try and knock over a bank and then should expect to get your legs blown off.
Yeah.
it's true.
Max is raising his bike so it looks like the armored truck ran it over, not that he hit the other cop car. Let's make sure
I'm
we
gonna-
secure the scene. We got to make sure that we preserve what really happened here.
Yeah, absolutely.
As he does it.
Can I have a criminology roll for Max?
Yeah.
Ajax, being a veteran of the force, will obviously aid in this.
All right.
Criminology from me as well.
Yep.
It's an 11 for Ajax.
9 for Max. We're not really
Yeah.
good at this.
So between the two of you, you can kind of stage it so it looks like the van has run over the motorcycle, but somehow not crushed it as much as you would expect it to, but definitely did some damage to
We
it.
can stage it in a way that NCPD wouldn't ask questions about it.
Yeah.
Judging from us two, they don't ask questions about anything.
Yeah. We've left a much longer trail of questions than where this bike ended up.
But yes, it does not look like it was now bad driving immediately off the bat. Awesome. And with that, with 2, maybe 1 suspects in custody, we can fade back to our main crew, who were, I believe you wanted to meet up with Jimmy Two Thumbs.
I think so.
That's an awesome little
Yeah,
side
that was
story.
really fun.
Yeah.
Somebody did
That's
call the
neat.
cavalry and tell them we restrained her suspects, right?
Oh yeah. I got to imagine Ajax followed all the protocol on all that with.
I was going to say
closing.
one of our competent 2 police officers probably did, right?
Yeah. My report is fully written in a way that if Cavalry were to read it, it would look like I kind of saved the day. Like, what I do is meant to impress Cavalry at this point.
Kind of
I'm
saved the
just
day,
gonna,
like 100%.
And I'm going to be just, like, bugging the sergeant. Be like, do you think you read it? Like, did she say anything?
Does she know? Yeah.
Did she know about me? Do they need help? Because I'm available.
Yeah, so as you arrive back at the Sultan Batteries, Cavalry gets a message that the suspects were caught, 2 of which died during the apprehension, 1 of which is in critical condition, the other is in quite serious condition, as they were brought to NCPD.
You guys, they got 2 of them. The report just came in.
That's fantastic news.
2
Yeah,
more than
this
I
is
thought
awesome.
they would.
Single-handedly, an officer, Molly Nichols, seems to have done the apprehension.
Wow. Have you guys heard about her? Well, I guess not, because you're not an NCPD, but
Unless she's performed here, I probably haven't.
very cool. She's pretty impressive.
Cavalry, can you roll a 1d10 for me?
If you roll a 1, you love Molly back.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Five.
if you get a 1, you know who Molly is, but the name does not
Does not ring a bell.
ring a
it does
bell.
now.
Yeah.
Shucks. Yeah, I'll have to look her up later. That's she sounds awesome. The unconscious by crotch is a little bit odd, but I mean, I guess you got to do what you got to do.
I know when Static and me hang out very often after a long night of friendly communication. I know I am unconscious from long sessions of grabbing crotch.
It's true. I mean, he just doesn't have the stamina.
It's totally normal, Cavalry. Happens all the time.
I didn't need to know any of that,
Oh,
so I'm gonna go see what's up with Jimmy Two Thumbs.
Yes, I need to talk to Jimmy as well. And the Static's arm is still just limp at his side. He's got keyboard
no, I put it in
straps to
put
it.
it in a.
Yeah, you
I
got
put
it in
it
a
in a
sling.
break.
Oh, that's right. I thought it was still in the keyboards.
I assume it was. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got it's a keyboard
Yeah, it's still
sling.
bandaged up.
I couldn't remember what I made it out of, but.
Nix, we'll see you kind of coming in with the keyboards. Is that a new style? What happened
I
there?
hope not. I got shot. Really quite badly.
Oh my God! Are
And he's gonna.
Are you okay?
He's doped out from Skrull giving him drugs. So he's gonna take this thing off and just let his arm kind of. See, it's not good.
that?
It's
ooh,
fine.
that-
I'm going to amputate later, Jimmy. Don't worry
Yeah,
about it.
he's gonna cut it off and give me something cool.
Oh God!
Yeah, the bagpipe arm we were talking about, right?
Exactly.
Wait, I don't remember talking about a bagpipe arm.
Yeah.
Oh, you
I
agree?
don't, unless it's in writing. I don't want a bagpipe. It would destroy my sound.
Hopscotch takes out a piece of paper.
It
It is.
No,
It is in
please,
writing.
Please, Skrull, don't put a bagpipe on my arm.
You signed over, or Static signed over legal consent forms to you, correct? You consent to bagpipe arm, right?
Yeah, I guess I still owe him. I can sign for him. It looks like his arm's a little floppy there.
No, Nix, don't sign that. Don't sign that. They're going to put a bagpipe where my arm should be. I can't play a guitar with a bagpipe.
Yeah, a lot of people don't come in here clamoring for
I mean,
bagpipe
you
music.
think of what it would do to your ticket sales if I had a bagpipe where my guitar arm should be. Guitar.
You would be the
Oh.
only bar that plays bagpipe
No.
music, though. So, I mean,
But can he play the bagpipes?
I'm sure there's a learning
Can
curve.
anybody
but
really
when you
play
have it
the
attached to you
bagpipes?
24/7.
I thought they just kind of squealed and howled.
So uncultured.
But yes,
And
I do need a bit of a...
Nyx is gonna line up some shot glasses. I think you guys need this, and we'll kind of pour out some drinks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So Cavalry, did they say they found boxing truck or just guy with crushed balls?
What else was in the report apart from the ball crushing?
So it was the initial arrest report. So they had impounded the vehicle, brought it in to the NCPD impound lot. So they haven't gone through that yet, but they do have the suspects kind of in the ICU, getting treatment for their rather significant injuries. One with significant blood loss, the other with testicular torsion.
Oh no. They haven't gone through it yet, but it has been impounded. So we could run down there if you guys wanted to.
I mean, that seems like...
Yeah.
Why not question these guys, right? I mean,
And then Jimmy will kind of lean over to Static and kind of whisper, I've got a lead on that text you'd sent.
no.
I'll okay.
text you when... Hey, why don't you guys go upstairs and get us a table? I'm going to talk to Jimmy about my guitar. And then we can go...
Okay, don't take too long though. The longer you wait, the more likely you do have to cut that arm off. So maybe even after you finish guitar talk, we send Hopscotch and Cavalry to interrogate people while me and you deal with arms.
That makes a lot of sense. Let me just...
For the
I
better.
want to ask Jimmy some questions about, stuff we need to put in my arm so I can play even better than I already do. But yeah, I'll catch up with you lot. Just give me a few minutes. It's shop talk, nothing interesting.
Yeah, because when you say it like that, clearly.
I was just gonna say, is he being weird? I feel like he's being weird again.
Carl just takes it and
he's
leaves.
full of it. We know
More
when you're
often
full
than
of
not.
shit, buddy. Like, I don't care enough to, investigate more in what you're doing, but just know that we know that you're full of it.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye? No, yeah, he's good. All right, Jimmy. What have you got for me?
So I know a guy who says that he's got one, but he's kind of stingy with it. But fixers. But his name's Grind. Seems to be a pretty decent guy. Maybe we can work something out with him. But that's the closest I got, man. I'm sorry.
I really appreciate it. I mean, I can't tell you how much that's going to help me with this job we've got going on. But if that's all you got, I probably should tend to this because it's starting to feel purple. And thank you, Jimmy. But scroll.
I get. You want me to set something up?
Yes, please set something up. Get me in touch with him. But yeah, purple. No, I don't think that's good. Scroll, is this supposed to feel purple?
Killing colors for sign of death. We must hurry.
I don't want to die, Jimmy. So thank you. Yes, set it up, and hopefully I don't die of purple arm.
All right. So what is the plan, Scroll? Are we doing a cyber arm? Are we trying to set the meat one?
I do feel like I give Static the option at that point. Like, do you want me to try and save the arm, or I can definitely replace with much better option.
Because what is, mechanically speaking, how bad is his meat arm, and what would it take to repair that? Versus...
So it's not severed.
Okay.
Right? It's just broken.
Okay.
So it's time to heal, but it will heal.
Okay, and then we've got that cyber arm. We had one with the cyber snake, right?
Yep.
I don't.
Could be really cool arm or a
What-
really lame fleshy arm.
What's your empathy, though?
Let's see. My empathy is 3. My humanity is 27. Static is not a very empathetic guy,
No.
unless you're Static. I don't know, Skrull. What do you think? I mean, if the arm will heal, I should probably just let it heal, right? But on the other hand,
I mean, if you want to be lame, yes.
oh well, I mean, I don't want to be lame. Let's do the cyber arm.
Done. All the consent
Aw.
scroll needs.
Yeah, that was all the
Don't
convincing Static
pressure
needed.
him.
I don't want to be lame. Yes, give me that whippy thing that cyber psycho was kicking all of our asses with.
But it's gonna be uneven, and you're gonna look asymmetrical and weird.
Can we do
Yes,
anything
but
about
you
that?
could play 2 guitars at once, one across the room and one on your neck.
Hey, here's a question that maybe I shouldn't question. Which arm? Like, did we get like a left cyber arm and it's
Oh,
his
no.
right arm? So is he gonna have like 2 left arms?
I had thought about that today too, and I was like, I'm just not going to say anything.
I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah,
Please
we'll
have 2 left arms.
well, we can leave it to chance.
Yeah.
If you want to throw a D10, we'll do under 6, so 1 to 5 will be it's a matching arm.
All right, cool. Here's my underluck roll. Nope.
Unfortunate for a friend, I think that letting heal might be better, and do not mind odd backwards bending arm.
I mean, it would be very, very difficult to play with 2 left arms, wouldn't it? I think yes. Let's let it heal the natural way, and then we'll keep that in case I lose my left arm. Then we'll have that in the freezer.
Okay, well, you have a couple more drinks real quick, and then Scrawl will fix arm.
Can you give me something for the purple?
That's
tequila shot.
the drinks.
Oh, that's what this is for. Nick,
Got maybe 2, 3 more.
do we have any of those limes left?
Don't worry about limes. Just drink from bottle, quick.
If you say so.
If you keep drinking, it tastes like lime.
And yeah, once he's had a couple in him, Skrull will pull him aside and try to set the bone here. And yeah, this will go fine, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
All right, yeah, give me we can do paramedic if you'd like.
$19. That's not bad.
More than enough to set this broken arm.
Give him a shot of antibiotics and slap him on the butt and on the way.
Right as rain. He's hammered at this point.
Resist torture drugs.
All right.
Static.
That's a 13.
Yeah, Static's feeling pretty good.
I assume in my med bag I've got something to make like a cast of some kind or something.
Yeah.
You don't want to keep the keyboard splint? That was kind of cool.
Well, I'll probably put that over top everything.
Static will definitely be drawing keys on there.
Oh my god, a built-in keytar. We just missed an
Oh.
opportunity.
Jimmy, can you make this
Damn
play
it.
music? I want to play music on my arm. It's a cast. It's not permanent. There's just like put some keys on here or something. Or maybe a string like this? No, keys would be better. Keys would be better, Jimmy. Do it up.
And
Should I
he
just
will.
choke him out and let him sleep? I think that might.
I mean,
I thought you two were going to check out investigate the cops.
I mean, we will. I was watching the free show.
We're watching the surgery, man.
All right, fine. Cav, I just got the weirdest craving for a pita. Do you want to just stop and grab a bite real quick?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's go. That sounds great, actually.
Yeah.
I'm starving.
Weirdest thing.
As Static goes and packs it out in the corner, I'm gonna ask Nix for a nice vodka lime.
there you go. On the house. Thanks for patching him up. I can't have my my main entertainment here down too long.
Well, we'll be a couple weeks probably, unless he figures out how to play with cast on arm. But he'll be good as new on short time, I'm sure.
As Jimmy can kind of tweak with the keys a little bit and kind of get, like, I think he can get like 4 different notes working right now.
Yeah, so Static's basically passed out on the bar as Jimmy's doing this. He's had a long day.
The strangest part, though, is I feel fine.
You didn't get shot.
All right. And where are our other 2 headed?
Do you want to go interrogate them, or do you want to go check out the van?
You know, they're probably a little doped up right now. I don't know how helpful they would be. I feel like we should check out the van. I mean, that whole thing was about the security deposit box or whatever, so maybe we should go check that out.
There, let's see if it's still there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Yep. So you guys can make your way over to the NCPD impound lot. As come up to the gated facility, flashing your badge, you can easily get in and over to the pretty tore up armored van. Definitely higher end, but the inside is shot to hell. The front end is kind of crumpled. The passenger window busted out. There is a kind of this
Blood everywhere.
blood inside. There's a little bit of this weird kind of foaming residue on the ground of the back of this as well.
What's that?
Would that be something like auto-related that I would recognize?
If you would like to give me, we could do science. We could do basic tech. We could do, or you could try land vehicle tech if you want to see if it's car related.
Land vehicle.
Crushing it tonight, man.
Everything.
That is not part of this car. There is nothing in this vehicle that would do that or would ever react like that to anything. It is definitely a foreign substance. It is some sort of, with your kind of looking at it here and investigating, it is some sort of like self-dissolving plastic polymer.
It looks to be some sort of like a suicide pill, but for the car. It is nothing like I've seen before. It is really weird, but I think we need to hurry up.
I think with your crit here and some of your nomad connections, you might have heard rumors about certain types of weapons that can, usually single use, that will dissolve to kind of hide evidence. It's a
Just kidding. I think I've heard of this
product. It's an environmental
What is it?
You know what? That bioteka This is their shit. I have heard that. But yeah, it's like a self-destruct on the weapon.
So everything's gonna melt and turn into this goo?
I mean, everything that they made, probably. Yeah,
Okay.
we should probably hurry up and see what we can find before. It's weird.
Immediately, yeah, taking in all the evidence, just taking pictures of everything, logging absolutely everything.
All right. How about a criminology to process the scene?
$15.
All right. Pretty thorough job documenting the van and the contents.
And then, most importantly, is the box there? Is the deposit box there?
Yes, there is a safety deposit box.
We got it. We got it, Hopscotch.
There is also a what appears to be a rocket launcher.
I think you just got yourself a new toy, baby.
That's going in the Jeep.
Yeah.
We're not checking that one into evidence.
Nope.
I'm definitely treating this van the same way Thrall treats a body. Like, if there are things that I can take to use later
She's taking it
in a vehicle, like, I'm absolutely giving it the Skrull treatment.
All right, can I have a land vehicle tech to strip this thing down?
$22.
All right, 20. You are able to strip a good number of parts that you think you could kind of clean up a little bit. Maybe if you knock the bullet out of that one and kind of fix it up a little bit, it'll be useful. But you can definitely get some auto parts and help with
It's
some
amazing
future
you
repairs.
found anything. Like, this car is jacked up.
You should see the other guy.
Yeah, and next to it is the shell kind of burned out
Of this
of this
squad
car. And next to that, a tiny little tore-up bike that looks like it might have been run over.
What did they do?
I don't know, but seriously, that guy just, like, twisted some other guy's nuts to death? Like, what the... What do you
That's what
guys-
the report says.
What do you learn in training?
Not that. That's definitely not in the
That is
rotation.
wild.
Yeah, so you're able to grab that the auto parts, the rocket launcher, and the safe deposit box.
All right. Is there anything else? Like, is there anything in the glove box that says maybe, like, who the car's registered to, or?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a
There's
van.
some.
There, yeah, they've been.
Yeah, there's some registration information in there. It's registered to an LLC.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, fun corporate thing there. But other than that, there's not much of the personal nature or identification in there.
Well, should we open this here, Hopscotch, or should we wait for static?
He's fucked up. He'll be a while. We should definitely open it.
I want to open it.
Yeah, I
I'm
do.
so glad you said that.
All right, electronic security tech. If we're gonna pop this lock.
Shit.
As you pull out the little
6.
lock picks and snap right off in the lock.
Okay. I'm just gonna take this in the station quick and have them unlock it. Yeah. You can come in if you want.
We found
Yeah.
it with those picks in there.
Also, like, do I get a badge? I'm basically like the Robin to your Batman now, and I feel like I could get some sort of badge, right?
You know what? Yeah, we'll do something for you. And Cav's gonna go in and she's gonna get one of those like badges they give to like little kids. Like, here.
That is patronizing, but also I accept.
Yeah, that looks good on you, man. You should maybe think about joining.
Little junior officer badge.
Rinky-dink plastic thing.
It's shiny though. It's shiny plastic.
Yeah, so you can take this into the building there. Take it over to the techs. What have you got there, officer?
It's inventory from the van that got effed in the A out back. We need to check what's inside.
Oh, is that the guy with the crotch injury?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you read that too?
Oh, I didn't
Man.
read it, but man, word gets around.
Who does that?
Right? I don't know if is that just a symptom of having like a week left before you're out. I don't. You just don't even care anymore.
No, it's just like
Protocol
zero
out the window.
fucks, man. Yeah, that guy's in surgery. Did you know that?
Oh my. Oh God. Ah, I wonder if they were. It looks like they were trying to pick this when the officers caught them.
That's yeah. Who knows? I'm sure they were trying to break into it. Strange they didn't have the key.
Oh, all right. Let me try to crack this thing open. So he's gonna kind of start working on it, and then kind of. This isn't gonna be like a bomb or anything, right? Like this is just a lockbox, or it should be fine to open.
It should be fine. Totally fine. Should be fine, right, Hopscotch? Yep.
I take 3 steps back.
So after a couple minutes, kind of hear a little like click. I think I got it, and then he's gonna kind of slide it across the table over to you, and then he's gonna take 3 steps back.
All right, I'm gonna open it the way you would check for snakes by a rock, so away from me.
All right. As you kind of lift this away, nothing comes flying out. There's no explosion, no white powder cloud.
Shucks. All right, I'm gonna like peek over. What is in it?
All right. So inside are a couple looks like pages kind of ripped out of a physical notebook, and what appears to be a data shard that kind of looks a little bit damaged from being jostled around and through a couple car accidents.
Mhm.
But other than
Is that it?
that is it. Yeah.
Like a book? Who does that?
So looking them over quick and kind of reading through them, it looks to be a lot of like paranoid rantings of somebody, like someone convinced that like they're being drugged over time, like the food tastes funny, but just some kind of paranoid ramblings, like there's strange noises going on. But the last entry is just one sentence, and it just says, "I no longer question the voice in my head. It tells me what to do, and I do it."
Well, this seems to have gone terribly awry. There's no way of knowing like who wrote this at all. Like there's nothing's obviously signed.
Yeah, nothing.
The journalist had handwritten notes. Does this match the journalist's handwriting?
Excellent question.
It is similar.
Interesting. I'm I would like to slot this data shard in a safe NCPD computer.
All right. So you can kind of go over to one of the workstations and try to kind of reshape the plastic on the data shard to fit what it's supposed to look like. And kind of jam it in there. And it takes a little bit. One of those error messages pops out that's, this data's corrupted. Would you like to fix it? And then can I have an electronic security tech to try to get this thing read?
You should look for squash.
Just take it out and blow
13.
in it.
Yeah.
Just blow in it.
There is a bunch of files briefly show up. And as you go to open one, you just see this very brief second where this logo pops on screen and pops off. But it is a Biotechnica logo that flashes on the screen before the drive disconnects again.
And is it done? Is it toast?
No, it just looks like a lot of the data is corrupted, so you're gonna have to keep kind of digging at it to
Plugging away.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, this is definitely a Biotechnica data shard, and these notes look similar to the dead guy in that container that we found.
I think so.
So we gotta see what's up with Static and his Biotechnica connections.
Yeah. What a suspicious motherfucker.
Yeah. Curiouser and curiouser.
I don't. Do you think Skrull can mess with this chip? He's the.
Yeah.
Give
I
it to
think
him.
better than me anyway.
All right, and
You can have a go at it. What's your? Do you want to?
Unless it goes in a car, I think I should know my
Stay
place.
away.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Should we stop and get them a pita on the way back?
That'd be nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You get a text on your agent. I heard you were going for pizzas. Please bring one.
We'll bring him a bucket slice.
And you can eventually make your way back to the Salt and Batteries. With a data shard in tow.
Find out next week if they bring Scrawly pizza.
Right? Anchovy,
They were out of
pepperoni,
rat tail.
or cheese.
I'm sorry, it's just plain. No rat.
Yeah, just synth cheese.
And we can pick it up there next time.
All right. Well, that was a fun one. I liked mixing up the format.
That was neat.
And it was really
Yeah.
cool. That was a fun car chase that went exactly
cool chase
to
scene.
plan.
Yeah.
Strictly
Nothing went wrong
following
at all.
protocol.
Yeah.
Me and Greg's characters were definitely exactly what we wanted them
Yes.
to be.
Yes, it was
They
amazing.
played right into how you built them.
That was super fun, and I can't wait to see where this goes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone who's still out there watching us tonight. Thank you, everybody watching
thanks,
us
everybody.
on YouTube down the road. Monday, 7:30 Eastern. Come have a good time with us. Thank you, guys,
Like,
everyone.
follow, and subscribe.
Like, follow, and subscribe. That's right. All right, everybody. Have a great evening.
Night, everybody.
Good night.